Hi everyone, welcome back again. And this new video, we are talking about human resource management. And today's content, we are going to see what is the role of human resource managers and competencies of human resource managers, qualities, tasks, and the challenges faced by the human resource managers. Here, the first one is the role of human resource managers in an organization. So, in most a manager, whatever he may the nature of the operative function, he plays a multiple role in the effective management of a human resource, whereby achieving a human relationship in the organization. So, if you see, the human resource or the person manager should concentrate on dealing with the human problems mainly. So, just as finance assessing cost, marketing emphasizing on customers, or people centered, success of a human resource manager depends on his ability to solve the management problems in dealing with human resource in the organization. Here we are going to see some of the roles played by the human resource management in an organization. So first one is policy formation, how a manager plays a role in policy formulation. Policy formulation is a one of the important tasks for human resource manager, where it views to overcome the problems of recurring the nature or prevent anticipated problems in the area of human resource management. Human resource policies are intended to communicate the basic ground rules under which the organization functions, and where it also avoid decisions and confusions, where the managers helps the top management in the formulation of policies in mainly wages and salary administrations or even appraisal, welfare activities, and other working environments. Okay, then second one, advisory role. Here, the advisory role of human resource manager is of crucial important, where the line managers are generally comforted with a variety of problems in their day-to-day operations. So the problems may include like grievances or over distribution of time work, or annual increase in pay, or even promotions and disciplinary actions, and various actions are there. So in all such matters, the personal manager can offer useful advice because he is familiar with personal policies and practices, or even labor agreements or labor laws, where he can also advise on the preparation of bulletins or reports for the interpretation and implementation of the policies. The third one, he acts as a representative role. Here, the human resource manager generally acts as a spokesman, mainly to the top management, where he represents the whole company and communicates management policies and decisions that affect the people in the organization. So it is mainly because he has a better understanding and overall picture of the company's operations, where sometimes he also acts as a workers representative, where he can put forward their problems to the management, particularly in non-unionized organizations. Then, okay, so these are the representative role. And fourth one, decision making role. Here, the human resource manager also plays an effective role in decision making, making an issue related to human resources, and formulates and designing objectives or policies and programs of human resource management, where he decides about the contents and duration of training programs for various categories of workers and the executives. So then fifth one, he major role is mediator role. The manager often acts as a mediator in the event of conflict between the employees or a group of employees, and even superior and subordinate, and even between management and the employees, where he attempts to maintain industrial peace and harmony in the organization. And sixth one, leadership role. The human resource manager provides leadership and guidance to the workers and their groups, where he ensures effective communication in the organization and influences the workers for extending their cooperation in the extending the organizational objectives, where he also acts as a counselor by providing advice to workers on their work as well as personal problems. Then seventh one, welfare role. Here, the human resource manager acts as a welfare officer in the organization, where he is concerned with provision of canteen, crèche, transport, hospital, and other welfare services for the benefit of workers and their family members. Then the last one is a researcher role. Here, the manager maintains the records of all the employees working in the enterprise. So, if you see, on the base of records, he undertakes research in various personal areas like absenteeism of employees or labor turnover and various other issues. So, these are all suitable measures for improvement into the top management. So, these are all the roles played by the human resource manager in an organization. Now, we are going to see the competencies of human resource manager. What is this competencies all about? Here, human resource managers in a modern organization have to play multiple roles while managing human resource. If you see, human resource manager in a company has to act as a decision maker, a leader, or counselor, or even a facilitator. For the main purpose is to effective performance of the roles. He requires a number of competencies. He has to be very competent. So we can define competencies as demonstrable characteristics of a manager that enables his successful performance. Okay, so a job related competencies are observable and measurable behaviors comprising a significant part of a manager in competencies of their attributes and behavior expected of a manager to do his job effectively. So here we will be seeing the what are the competencies used for his or the attributes or skills he's going to use in that particular one. Here, one of the major author, Fayol, put some qualities mainly required for the manager here. What is this? Here, six qualities are proposed. One is physical, mental, moral, educational, technical, and experience. Here, first one, physical role. How it is to be. He must be healthy and vigorous, where he can address all the issues. That is the first and foremost one. And second one, mental. How he has to be mentally fit. Ability, the manager's ability to understand and learn and have to and to provide a judgmental role and where it can be adopted to in various situations. And third one, moral. How this manager be moral, where willingness to accept the responsibilities or even how far he is loyal to that organization. And fourth one, educational. Here, education means general acquaintance with the matter not belonging to the functionals performed all about. So then, fifth one, technical. It is totally peculiar to the functional one. So the last one is experience. As the managers have arising from the work, they might be having a different experiences. So the human resource manager should possess all the qualities required for a manager for his effective functioning. So the human resource manager should possess human relation skills in greater degrees as he is to deal with more human relation matters. Okay, so these are all the qualities framed by the Fayol. But now, if you see what are the qualities required for a successful human resource manager, there are few qualities. One is vision, technical competencies, human relation competencies, organizational competencies. Problem solving competencies, dynamic personality, communicational stability, emotional stability, and integrity and sense of social responsibilities. It is totally difficult to give an exhaustive list of all traits or qualities which go to make a successful human resource manager all about. But we have listed only few of these qualities, like first one, vision. Vision means here the HR manager must be able to take into consideration the overall effect of the functions on the company as a whole. Or thinking in terms of my department, it's not conducive to the smooth working of the company. So, therefore, the manager must take a comprehensive view of each of his actions. Okay, then you see the technical competencies. The manager must possess the necessary degree of technical competencies relating to their field. Then third one, human relations competencies. Here, the manager must keep in mind that he has to lead his subordinates and not to drive them. He should possess adequate knowledge of the factors and forces which go to ensure good relations and motivate people for best or their performance, and thereby generating a cooperative and competent human behaviors. Then fourth one, organizational competences. Here, the ability to organize well in a quality of well visual importance to make a successful manager. Here, the HR manager is supposed to organize HR develop department to provide service to other departments. Then fifth one, problem solving competencies. A well successful HR manager takes each problem as a challenge and it puts in best for finding out the most appropriate solution for the problem he is facing. He will first of all understand the problem and then evolve the appropriate strategy dealing with the problems. Then sixth one, dynamic personality. So the manager possesses a desire to move ahead, even to introduce change for better and do something new. So he must always look for doing something bigger and better. Then seventh one, communication competencies. The manager must be able to communicate effectively with others, where effective communication depends upon the clarity of thought and the expression he is giving all about. So the HR manager must be able to express his ideas very, very clearly. So then eighth one, emotional stability. It is a very important one for the HR managers, where it is able to keep his personal likes and dislikes away from his organizational responsibilities. It means that in solving the HR problems of this company, he must not only allow his personal feelings to influence his decisions. So this requires a stable emotional feelings. Then the integrity part. So HR manager must enjoy and have a confidence of both his superior and subordinates, where both as a person and in the action, he must be known as a person of his high moral integrity. So he must remember the saying that it is not enough to be good, but one must also appear to be good. Okay, so this is the integrity part, and the last one, sense of social responsibility. Here, uh, the manager should have a sense of social responsibility so as to help his employees to discharge their social obligations to the various segments of the society. So these are the 10 different qualities of a successful human resource manager. So the next one we are going to see the emerging tasks of human resource managers. What are the emerging tasks of a human resource? One is providing purposeful direction. It means where the manager must be able to lead the people and organization towards the desired desired direction, involving people right from the beginning And one of the most important tasks of a professional manager is to ensure that mission of an organization has been internalized by each individual working in the organization. Then second one, building core competencies, where it plays a greater role in developing core competencies by the firms. A core competency is a unique strength of any organization, okay, which may not be shared by others. And third one, creating competitive advantage. If you see, in today's globalized marketplace, maintaining a competitive advantage is the foremost goal of any business organization. So there are two important ways of business can achieve a competitive advantage. The first is cost leadership, which means the firm aims to become the low cost leader in the industry. And the second competitive strategy is differentiation, under which the firm seeks to be unique in the industry in terms of dimension that are highly valued by the customers. Then fourth one, managing workforce diversity. So in modern organization, management of diverse workforce is a greater challenge. So workforce diversity can be observed in terms of male and female workers, young and old workers, and even educated and uneducated, even unskilled and skilled. All these employees will be coming under this. So moreover, many organizations also have people at different caste, religions, and nationalities. Then fifth one, meeting aspirations of employees. There has been a rise in proportionate of employees in today's industries who belong to the younger generations, whose aspirations are different from those of the earlier generations. So today's workers are more career oriented and are clear about the lifestyle they want to lead. So considerable changes have to be noted in the career orientation of the employees. And sixth one, empowerment of human resources. So empowerment means something authorizing every member of the society or the organization to take control of his or her own destiny and realizing his or her potential to the full, where it involves giving more power to those who at present and control over what they do and little ability to influence the decisions being made around them. Here, the human behavior is greatly influenced by power, and the power is a result of the interplay between individual consciousness and the forces and pressures of the external world. Then seventh one, facilitation to facilitation of change. The HR managers will be required to act as a change agent. Here, the change agent means through greater involvement in the environmental scanning and development planning. So the HR function will become more creative and less Medicaid mechanist. It will be more concerned with the substance rather than of the form. Okay, so the personal function will be responsible for furthering the organization, not just maintaining it. So the HR managers will have to devote more time to promote changes than to maintain the status quo. Then eighth one, development of work ethics and culture. Here, the future personnel or the HR managers will have to mobilize a new work ethic so as to assist the line managers in setting up and enforcing good quality standards. So greater focus will be on the project and team forms of the organization, where greater efforts will be needed to achieve group cohesionism, because workers will be having a transient commitment to the groups. So, as changing work ethics requires increasing emphasis on the individual jobs, will have to be redesigned to provide a challenge. Then the ninth one is the total quality management. So it is a dynamic process involving all levels in an organization to promote never-ending improvement in the efficiency and the effectiveness of all elements of a business. Here, Quality was earlier considered to be a domain of the shop floor, and nowadays has spread all over the organization, encompassing every conceivable activity in the organization, where the customer at the center of all thoughts, processes, and decisions. So, if you see, the goal of the TQM, the total quality management, is to mobilize the entire workforce in pursuit of specific company goals, with the primary aim of achieving customer satisfaction with regard to quality, price, or delivery and after sales services like that. Okay, then the last one is the management of VRS. VRS means voluntary retirement scheme. Here, the increase in the liberalization and opening up of the economy have exposed the companies to foreign competitions. So this has forced many companies to adhere to the several cost cutting measures. One option is downsizing of workforce by offering a golden handshake. It means a voluntary retirement scheme has become an indispensable tool for the organization with surplus staff to cut the cost and remain competitive. Here, a voluntary retirement scheme involves separation of employees, both managerial and operative levels, based on mutual agreement between the organization and its employees. So, VRS is not new to organizations, as it is has been practiced in the past, through the magnitude was not large enough to attract the attentions. So these are the 10 different emerging tasks of the HR managers. Then the last topic is the challenges of HR managers. What are the challenges they are facing all about? Here, the challenges in there are 5 different challenges faced by the HR managers are: first one, changing technology; second one, economic and industrial policy; third one, changing international environment; and fourth one, changing profile of workforce, changing needs and expectations. Okay, so these are the 5 different challenges of human resource managers. First one, changing technology. Okay. So the challenges of HR managers are, there are 5 different aspects. Okay, how these challenges are there all about. Here, the emerging trends in the environment. If you see, the world order is changing domestically and is in the process of completing the transformation. So the impossible things of yesterdays have come possible today, and impossible things of today will become possible tomorrow. So this is the why it is said that change is the only permanent aspect of nature. So the concept of self-sufficient nations is losing importance, and the concept of global village is emerging. The management of economies and organizations is bound to cope up with a radical transformation by developing new techniques and practices in the global perspectives. After a careful analysis, there is a real challenges being faced by the professional managers, mainly in modern organizations, like changing technology, where it leads to obsolescence of present skills and the techniques. Also, the revolution in information technology leads to transformation of mode of doing business, like going for e-commerce or e-banking and e-governance all about. So, and economic and industrial policies changes the facilities, facilitating and liberalization and globalization, where it leading to a tough competition for multinational corporations. Not only that, changing international environment, insisting on free flow of goods and services throughout the world, where changing profile of workforce like increased educational level or rising share of women in the workforce, all made to increasing level of aspiration of workforce, where these changing needs and expectations of customers rendering the existing process and products absolutely. So if you see the trends of five different aspects, have a tremendous impact on the tasks of future HR professionals who will have to act as a change agents or change facilitators. So they will have to make a judicious use of human resource development mechanism such as performance appraisal, training, and so on. So in order to be effective, in order to be very effectively meet the challenges of environment, they have to build up a learning organizations which have the capabilities and capacity to learn from experimentations and past experience and the experiences of others, and whereby transferring the learning to a human resource for greater organizational effectiveness. So the introduction of total quality management in the organization is one such experience which can bring for reaching improvements in the organization and contributing to the development of the human resource on a continuous basis. So these are all the things of the challenges of the HR manager.